Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are looking at a new stamp set and punch, so it's a bundle, called A Fish and a Wish. I've been waiting for this for a long time, well, since the beginning of pre-order, because the punch wasn't available, so I wasn't able to get the bundle, and I've just received it. So apologies for no video this week, and this is the one for Saturday, because I've only just literally received this and wanted to show you it in all its glory, because I think it has got so many possibilities. So we have a punch that punches out two fishes and probably lots of other things as well, but we're sticking with the fishes at the moment. And then this lovely stamp set, it's a red rubber, and you've got these lovely images of fish, but they're quite sort of abstract. So I thought that we would do something with some blues. So I've got the Starry Sky, the Orchid Oasis, the Tahitian Tide, and I might actually throw in a bit of Parakeet Party as well, sort of blue and greens, tropical seas. I don't know. I have not used this at all. You can see it's brand new. So we are going to take the fish out. And again, I'm not sure on shapes or sizes yet. I'm just going to take them out. So these are the actual fish. And then there is this one, which gives sort of a silhouette. So I want to use that because I want to do the background. I might use this scrolly piece, and I might use some of the coral, and then we'll work out on sentiment afterwards. So I've got those. I want to start with this this fish. I hope I haven't just knocked the camera, because it's, I don't know whether you can see it. You probably can from the front. Let me just get the front of this. It's like this. So it should give you that silhouette in there. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve. Let me have a look and see. Will it fit in on here? Yes, it will. And I want it to fit in fairly sort of straight. So I could put that onto I could put it onto the backing, but I'm old school, so I don't tend to use the backing very much. Okay, so I think I'm going to start this in the lighter colour, which is going to be the Orchid Oasis. Now, I know that this is probably going to be quite juicy, so I am going to get a scrap, bear with me a second, or a bit of copy paper, so I can just do a bit of stamping off so we can see how it's actually going to work. So let's ink this one up. And I think you can probably have it in whatever direction you want, actually. Let me have a look and see. The punch will punch out in that way. I think the punch will probably go either way. Right, I'm going to have it facing in different directions. So I haven't stamped it off. I'm just going to see what it looks like. Oh, yes, look at that. So we'll have one facing that direction. I'll have another facing the other direction. And I'm just going to do that all the way down the cardstock. So this, I think, is the right way up to have the fish, because the other, it does look as if the fish is a bit sort of upside down, but I think it'll work for what we want to achieve. So I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get 5 down on there, which I think is going to work quite nicely. So that's them in, and I'm going to do, I might do them all the same colour. I'm not quite sure yet. I just need to get my Simply Chamois out, which I think is in, hold on, I've just got to go and find it. it about before and I can't remember where I've just put it. No, we'll have to use our... Right, it always helps to prepare things, doesn't it? I'm just using my stamping scrub, which is really good. I've had it such a long time that, and I've washed it so many times that the inside bits are falling out, but it is really good and it smells just lovely. So I want to keep these ones nice and clean. So I'm just going to put that up on there so I can then scrub the other bits. And I haven't used the paper because I'm keeping it the same. So I now want to do, I'm going to take this sort of scrolly piece, which I sort of showed you. So I'm just taking the backing off and I'm going to put that again fairly sort of straight in on here. And then I'm just going to take this and I want to just have some scrolly pieces going along here. So I'm just going to have a couple like that. And then we'll take a couple the other side. And we'll have a couple this side. And we'll have a couple the other side. And then a couple on this side. Okay, so that's it says me throwing it on the floor. That's starting to build up quite a nice looking background on there. And like everything, you can stop when you want. I'm going to build this up quite a bit because I want it to be quite a nice built up card. But you can see how you could literally just put that on there, add a sentiment, and you've got a really nice pretty card anyway. As I say, the fish are upside down and the right way round, which is okay. I think that works. Now we've got these sort of seaweedy type looks in on here. So I want to just have some more, and I'm keeping all the same colour in on here. So I'm just going to have, where am I going to do them? I want them to, they can come over the tail a bit, but I don't want them to come anywhere else. Maybe that was a bit of a mistake, but I don't know. We'll have a look. Just put a few, just a couple on, because I just want to have that sort of look that comes in. Can come up on there, can't it? Okay, that works. That works. I probably wouldn't have necessarily had as much of that on there, but I think for what we're trying to achieve on this sort of first run, I think that will work. So again, I will keep putting it back on and seeing. Yes, you've got some pieces coming through. That works nicely. Okay, so now we need to have a look and see with these fishes. So the fishes can go, I'm just looking to try and see which size, those are the right size for those. Okay, so this fish is bigger. This fish I think is the same size as the one with the flowers on. So I'm just going to put this one, and I'm hoping that this is the one that's going to stamp out. So I want to now do these a little bit darker because I want this to come up over the top. And so that hopefully is going to give a little bit of a, oh yes, that looks nice. It's quite interesting as well because it looks as if it's got different sort of colours on there. Now I'm going to do it on white and just going to punch it out, I think, and just to see how it's going to look. Oh, interesting. Is that how it's supposed to be? Yes, it is. Look at that, to give it a, that's very interesting. Look, it gives it a light and a dark so that the fins will come differently. I'm just going to work out how, yes, it needs to come that way, doesn't it? That's the way it goes for punching out. So I've got two like that, which is the dark, which I think is lovely. But I think I might actually put some I think I might put some of the green on because I think the green might work, or the turquoise. So we've got the turquoise for the fish, or we've got the green. I think I might try a turquoise, and then I'm going to try some green as well, because we're experimenting. We're experimenting so we can see what they all look like. Oh, that's quite nice. Have a couple of those. And then we're going to have, I do want to have a green one, because I just want to see how that's going to come out. And I haven't done any of the smaller fish. Do I want a couple of smaller fish? Maybe, maybe. We'll work with the big fish to start off with. So I need to put one maybe down. Will I get another one up on here? Yes, I will. Like that. So that's a green one. And then I maybe am going to do some of the little ones. Not sure, because I don't know whether that's going to work with this. So let's have a look and see. First time using the punch as well. So that's going to be quite good. Now I've got to watch. You have to watch sometimes. Can you see you've got this little bit here? So you want to make sure that that doesn't come across onto the other one that you've just stamped out. Okay, so that's one. And what I need to do is grab my little scissors, which are here. So we're just going to take some of this off. And then we're going to put this one in here. I'm going to punch all of them out so I can just see. It's quite a nice bit of space around the fish as well. And I've always liked, I do like sea, and I do like fish, and I think this is the sort of thing that you can quite easily make some really quite nice, fairly abstract styles of cards, so that they don't necessarily represent the sea as the sea. Oof, that was a bit tight. I think I might have got that one a bit too tight. We'll have to see. I don't think it's going to fit the other one in there as well. Let's have a go and see. I think I've just taken this one a little bit too. Yeah, I'm going to do this one first. Right, we're going to have to do a little bit of... Can you see where I've taken that one a little bit too tight? I might just be able to get round it, but we'll see. This one should fit in fine. So I can punch that out. I do like punches. I think wherever you are in your crafting journey, a punch is a great thing to have, because you don't have to be, you don't need all sorts of machinery. So, you know, you can go away on holiday, you can go, what have I done with that other one? Yeah, you can go away on holiday, you can, you know, spend however much time you want. You don't have to worry about taking a die cutting machine. And yes, we've got the mini, which is great. But, you know, again, quite a lot of people don't have die cutting machines. Now this is going to be cut really, really tight to it. I'm going to have to take the top piece off. So this might not actually work very well, but we'll see. We'll see. Don't like wasting things. And if we can just about take it out that way, we might just be able to put it in somehow. So let's have a little look and see what we're doing. So we've got the lighter paper or the darker paper, and it's entirely up to me which ones I want to use. I might actually use the dark. We've then got these little fish that are coming through. So this is the dark one. And I could, these are the ones that are going upside down. So I would put these on here. So we've then got all of the fish swimming in the right direction. So if I put those two on there, you can see that all in the same sort of colour tones, but I do actually quite like the idea of taking it up in a different. So this is it with the turquoise, the Tahitian Tide, and then that's with the other one there. So that works quite nicely. Now I could take the fish the other way up, and you can see these ones work either side. So I can have 1, 2, 3 like that, and I think that's the way I'm going to have them. I'm just having a look to see which is, that's probably punched out better. Aha, the only trouble with doing that is you've got the shadow at the top. Interesting. But I don't think it matters too much on this. I'm going to keep it like that because I quite like that. And then we need a sentiment coming through on here. So the sentiment is going to be, we've got a sea of thanks, love never fails, sending well wishes here for you. I think I'm going to do something that's a little bit different because we can do this. A sea of, I really like. So let's take that out. But I don't want a sea of thanks. I'm going to put a sea of love. So let's take that one. What's love never fails is that one. Okay, so have I got any little bits of scrap of that one over? Probably not. I probably need to find another one. So let's do this one first. And I just need to have a look and see. You're going to have to bear with me. Look at the picture for a minute while I find myself another. Here we go. That's a bit of a scrap I was using for something else the other day. So that's going to work nicely. So we'll have on this, we just want the word love, don't we? So just put that on here. So we want the love on here. Need to do it in dark, so I'm going to do it in the Starry Sky, which is the darkest one. And I think probably for the next one, I would have done the sort of seaweed in a different colour, because toning in the other colours I think looks great, but you need to have it in. So we've got Love Never Fails. I do like the font of that. That's really rather nice. So let me just clean that off on my scrub. And this one is a sea of. I really like a sea of. I think that's really nice. So let's put that one on here. And we'll have, it can go up on here. A sea of thanks. Doesn't matter whether it's straight or not, because we are just mix and matching these a little bit. So we are going to have, let's take that off on here. So I want on here, and I'm just, you can see I'm sort of curving it round a bit so that it comes in on here, because again it's going to then work really rather nicely. So we've got a sea of, just take it round on there. Oops, curling it round a bit. All right, I'm going to take that corner off a bit, just round that up. So we have a sea of, that can go in there, and then we can have the love. So by just cutting them out, you don't have to have them you can mix and match the words. Now you can stamp them all together, but I quite like the idea when you take that off a minute. I quite like the idea when you're taking just words so that they're just a little bit. So we could put that down on there, couldn't we? A sea of love. That I think is lovely. Now, am I going to add, I do want to add a little bit to tie those two colours in. I love those two colours, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the, let me just clean that one up. I don't think I cleaned that one. That was my green one. Oh, I might have just knocked my head on the camera again. Excuse me if I am. I've got the camera just a little bit lower. So let's take this seaweed again. Just going to take these off of here for a minute, and I want to get some of that green and turquoise in. So let's take the green is the Parakeet Party. I keep saying green and turquoise, but it's the green is Parakeet Party. So I want to just take a little bit of this green and put it over the top. Oh, that's quite nice, yes. Gives it like a drop shadow anyway, so that works. Okay, that looks nice. That's just picked that up. Now I need to do something with the turquoise. So, because we want a little bit of turquoise coming in there. Now, let me have a look and see if there's anything on here that I could pick up. And I could pick up a little turquoise fish and put, let's see how big that little turquoise fish is. Have I got him in there? Or have I got, I think I've got most of them out, haven't I? That's the little turquoise, or that's the little fish. And I think I'm going to try and just pop him in. Again, this is all an experiment, and I invite you that when you first get your stamps is to do this. Just, you know, play about a bit. It's only card and paper. You can always change things afterwards, but oh dear, I've just got my finger caught in there. That wasn't very good, was it? Very juicy they are, so I've now got a slightly turquoisey finger. You'll have to excuse that. So let's have a look at this little fish and see whether he comes up or down or whatever. I'm not sure. Let me just put him in on here and see that way. And that's this way. I don't think it really matters, does it? So I can have it one way or the other. So I'm going to have one coming this way. And then I think I'm going to have the other one coming about there. Like that. 1, 2. Do I need to balance it a bit more? So I've got this. Maybe I'll put this down on the bottom like that. And then this one is going to come up in onto that little space there. Okay, I think that works because that's just picked up those two colours. So we wanted to make sure that we had those two colours going in together. And I think now it will all work beautifully. So we're going to have it on the darker rather than the lighter. And if you look, you can see why that is. It's nice, but it is quite muted. That makes it pop more, even though we've used the other colour inside. So that's how that's going to work. Then we're going to have, we were having the green here. So that comes in over the top of that fish. And we were going to have the blue in on here because those were stamped so that they looked upside down. And we're going to have this one in on the middle here. So you've got the 3, and I would put those up with dimensionals, which I will do later. I'm not going to do straight away. Then we had the love down at the bottom here. And the other was a sea of. What have I done with that? It can't be far. Probably shouting at me and saying, it's over there. well, I can't see where I've put it. It's probably stuck to the bottom of something. But we've got a sea of love in on here. And then, as I say, I'm going to put it up with dimensionals, but I think that that's going to work really beautifully and just adds that sort of slightly vintage look to it. I'm going to go and stick it all down now for you, but it gives you an idea of how you start, how you play around with the ideas. And this is a fish and a wish, and the coordinating punch that goes with it, called the Fish Builder Punch. Buy it together as a bundle, and I will have the link down below for you for it. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.